Butterflies return someday.
Welcome to We Survive Abuse, the podcast where courage meets healing and resilience meets personal revolution. Whether you're seeking connection, inspiration, or simply a moment of understanding, join us as we explore resilience and recovery together. Remember, no matter how dark the path, you are never alone. I'm your host, Tonya GJ Prince. Let's go together. I live an authentic life. I live my life according to my own principles. The outside world has very little impact on my choices. I am proud to be true to myself and have a strong sense of purpose. My beliefs drive every decision I make in my personal and professional life. I avoid using the appeal of success to sway my mindset. I enjoy gaining recognition at work for a job well done, yes, but I am happier to gain that reward because I work in a principled manner. My mission is always to do well while staying true to myself. Friends know that I'm the real deal. The person I am with my friends is the person I am at all times. They appreciate that I am honest. My views on their actions are directly tied to my values. Even though I am gentle when giving advice, I avoid compromising my views to make others feel better. I prefer to be honest than to say what someone wants to hear. It is authentic to be truthful. Today, my peace of mind comes from living an authentic life. I commit to remaining true to myself and being honest with others. Each day is a chance to renew that commitment. I live an authentic life.
Butterfly.
Hey y'all, I'm back talking about Miss Willie Mae Big Mama Thornton. And I had to do a lot of editing of that last podcast to get a few points in. But then I missed some of the major points that I wanted to get in. So let's dig on into those points. I don't feel like I left y'all with enough so that you would know some of the key points and about her. And because this woman's phenomenal. And not just that, some of the great things that has happened since, her passing. But just to bring you back, Miss Big Mama Thornton was a trailblazer in every sense of the word. She was born in 1926 in Montgomery, Alabama. Her music, her voice, and her very being was revolutionary. But here are some things we can learn. I want to talk today about the importance of letting people speak for themselves and represent themselves, because this opportunity, like many other black artists of the time, was taken away. And let me be clear about this. It was not taken away by the whole. We're not saying, hey, all white people took away, the right for black folks to be heard in their own music and to be seen on their own album covers, because once the general population was exposed to the original artist, they loved them, and wanted more. And so it was the powers that were in control at the time. So you're talking about a smaller number of people who did not want black people on the cover of their own album covers, who did not want black people recording their own music and having that music, be out there in the forefront and that music be a hit. Big Mama Thornton didn't just sing Hound Dog, which was made more famous by Elvis Presley when he got to represent himself in through visual marketing and through sound. He was allowed to do that by the few people who were in charge. Now she really put a lot of herself into that song. Her voice carried the pain, the power, and the truth of her experience. But despite her undeniable talent, her work was often overshadowed, and her voice was appropriated by others who reaped the benefits. Thornton's life reminds us that it's not just about giving someone a platform. It's not enough. That's not enough. But we must ensure that their voice isn't drowned out and their voice isn't misrepresented. So we got to pass these mics around. One of the things that we so often do as human beings is we look for that one person, that one guru, that one savior, that one person to carry us over. And true leaders will make sure that everybody is represented for who they are, who they were created to be, if you believe in purpose, who they are purposed to be. Everybody gets a turn. So in 2024, Big Mama Thornton was finally inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In the words of Isabel Sanford, well, it's about time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Miss Isabel Sanford, who played Louise Jefferson on The Jeffersons. When she finally got her Emmy, instead of the outpouring, oh, thank you, I'm so glad this took so long. She put her hand on her hips and said, well, it's about time. Yes, finally, Big Mama Thornton was finally inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And this recognition came decades after her groundbreaking contributions to the genre. It's a bittersweet victory, highlighting the importance of acknowledging and honoring those who paved the way while they are still with us. The induction is not just a personal victory for Big Mama Thornton, who's no longer with us, but a cultural one as well. It's a reminder that the roots of rock and roll are steeped in the experiences of black women who have often been erased from the narrative. Listen, rock and roll became male-dominated and male-centered. They had plenty of time to uplift the pioneers of the movement, the black women, and they did not do that. So often there's this argument that being inclusive, making this giant circle that includes males will be for the greater good. And if that's true, that's great. But history tells us that has not been the way that things have gone, that women have more likely than not been erased, been silenced, been erased from the history books, been erased from the narrative, and been silenced as if they never even existed. And so it's 2024, and actually we still don't even know enough and have enough, stories out there. So many people still don't know that this is one of the pioneers of rock and roll music. And so just making this big old circle of people doesn't ensure that the people in that circle are going to carry on the truth. If they're not going to be the truth bearers, if they're not going to live from that truth, then the truth gets silenced and erased, as it did with Big Mama Thornton.
Butterfly.
Thornton's legacy is now etched in stone, recognized alongside the very best, and this serves as a call to ensure that others who have been overlooked receive their due as well, not just on the level of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but in our everyday lives? Are we looking at those people who do good works every day, do works every day in our family, do great things in our communities, at the community centers, in our schools, in our neighborhoods? Are we making sure that those people know we appreciate you? Thank you. We see you. You are making this life you are making this world a better place for all of us. Thank you. When we think about the lessons Big Mama Thornton left us, it's this, one of the most important: the power of authenticity cannot be underestimated. It's what connects us, what moves us, and what endures long after we're gone. In a world that often tries to dilute and repackage voices like Thornton's, her life is a testament to the importance of staying true to oneself. Big Mama Thornton was more than a musician. She was a force, a truth teller, a pioneer. As we reflect on her life, her lessons are clear. Let people speak for themselves. Honor the voices of those who've been silenced or ignored. And never underestimate the power of authenticity. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now let's continue to honor the legacies of those who fought to make their voices heard. And let's ensure that their stories are told in their own words. Now until next time, please stay strong, stay true, and keep listening. And you know what I'm going to say. Be great, because it's in you. Be great. All right, thanks for listening. This is Tonya GJ Prince. Thanks for listening. Y'all be great. Thornton.